Hey guys, welcome back to the Play On Footy YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking and breaking down round 5, and the first game is the D's versus the Lions at the MCG. Firstly, if you haven't subscribed or liked this video, please do so, and yeah, let's get into it. I really like Melbourne. I think they're going to do really well against the Lions. Obviously, home ground advantage, big game. Maxi Gawn in the ruck is going to do a really good job on Oscar McInerney. So if you don't have him in your AFL fantasy, I would. The other one is Christian Petrarca, and the other one is Clary Oliver. He didn't have a great game last week, but he will definitely bounce back. For the Lions, I'm going for Hugh McCluggage, Zorko, and Josh Dunkley to have big games as well. I'm going to go for the D's. Only just though. I reckon a couple of goals they'll get over, but Lions will be really hungry to obviously be competitive and try and get the win. But I'm going to go D's just because of their track record and obviously home ground advantage as well. Next game is the Friday night game between Bulldogs and the Essendon Bombers. Definitely going to be a real big duel here. I think personally the Bullies are going to get up just because of the injuries and suspensions that Essendon have. Unfortunately, they've been marred by a lot of soft tissue injuries. So yeah, the likes of, Nick Martin, Zach Merritt, Heppel will definitely have real standout games, I believe, in this game. And then for Bulldogs, Libba, English, as well as the Bont, we're going to have some really good hit-outs, as well as Treloar, I think, in this game. So yeah, if you don't have those guys in your AFL fantasy, definitely look at doing that. But yeah, definitely Riley Sanders the last couple of weeks has been doing really well, getting some high 80s, mid 70s as well, which has been really good to see. But yeah, I think the Doggies would definitely get up against the Bombers, and yeah, they could really be a top 8 side this year for sure. Next game is on Saturday, the Giants versus the Saints. Now the Saints just got up over the Richmond Tigers by 6 points, and the Giants got over the Suns by, I think it was 3 or 4 goals in the end. I definitely think Jesse Hogan's going to kick a bag in this game, at least 4 to 5 goals I'm seeing as well. And Wanganeen Miller off the halfback is going to do really well for the Saints. Brent Daniels for the Giants, I think, is going to have a good game as well. He might be up and about in that little forward pocket, as well as Cornelio for the Giants. And then for the Saints, I'm going to go Riley Bonner, and I'm also going to go Max King as well. For this game, I'm definitely going to be tipping the Giants. I just think they're a lot more cohesive unit, and having the home ground advantage, I think it's going to be really swinging to their advantage. And I definitely believe that the ruck situation is going to benefit them with Rowan Marshall sort of in the ruck against Big Briggsy. I think Briggsy's definitely going to be winning that battle. I've got a gut feeling there. So I definitely think, the Giants are going to be winning out of the middle and then bombing it forward and getting those big key forwards to do all the work. I'm going to go Giants by 3 goals in this one. Next game is Saturday as well, Carlton versus Adelaide. Adelaide came off a loss to the Melbourne D's, and Carlton just snuck a win against the Dockers. This is going to be a great contest. I think Adelaide are definitely going to be hungry, but I definitely think that Carlton are a lot more cohesive unit together, as well as the additions of Sam Walsh as well. And Wiedering down back has just been instrumental for those guys. So I definitely think Wiedering is going to hold Tex Walker goalless, who has been out of touch a lot in these first couple of rounds. So I think, Jordan Dawson is going to have a big game. Rory Laird, as well as Crouch for Adelaide. And then for Carlton, I think Sam Walsh is going to have a big game. I definitely think that Cripps is going to have a big game, and Mackay is going to bounce back after last week's goals performance and kick a couple as well as Curnow. I'm going to go Carlton by 5 goals. And another big game for the Suns and the Hawks on Saturday. The Suns, it's their home ground in the Gold Coast. I think Flanders, Matty Rao, as well as Noah Anderson is going to have a great game. And then for the Hawks, I'm going to go Impey, Amon and Warple to have some big impact in the middle. And I think Blake Hardwick going forward last week against the Pies, they only just lost the Pies in Adelaide. I definitely think that will work again for them this week. But I do believe Damien Hardwick's coaching masterclass that he did against the Giants, they'll definitely have Big Mac down back. They might have Chloe Hesse, I think that's how you say it, on the wing. And then they've got the big bulls, Matty Rao, in the middle there trying to get it out. to the forwards, which King was a little bit quiet on the weekend, but I definitely think if they've got some sort of forward structure up there that they can capitalise on, like they did against the Giants, which worked pretty well. If they can maintain it for 4 quarters though, I think they'll definitely be in a chance to win against the Hawks. So I'm going to tip the Suns by 2 goals. Big game this one. This is the Port Adelaide Football Club versus the Freo Dockers in Adelaide Oval. Definitely going to be going for Port Adelaide here. And previous week, Port Adelaide versus Essendon, and their mids were fantastic. Butters, Rosie and JHF were on ball. I definitely think they're going to be meeting their match with the Dockers midfield, but I just think that they can really capitalise at a home ground advantage. I think Finlayson out is a little bit of a blow, but they've got Mitch Georgiades has come back, and I think he kicked 3 on the weekend, which was fantastic to see. I definitely think that they've got that forward momentum going, Port, but then I also feel Freo will want to be righting their wrongs from last week where they felt like their game was robbed by the umpires. Rightly or wrongly, I definitely think that Port are going to be dangerous in this game, and I'm going to be tipping Port. Very close margin. I'm going to go 7 points in this one. Rosie, Port Adelaide, JHF and Butters are going to be the key performers for Port. And then for the Freo Dockers, Caleb Sarong, Andy Brayshaw and Ryan down back is going to be instrumental in this game. So yeah, watch those guys and get them in your fantasy team for sure. Gee, I really feel for the Kangas. So it's the Cats versus the Kangas at GMHBA Stadium. The new stadium there in Geelong looks fantastic. I definitely think it's going to be a big crowd. I think, the Cats are up and about. They haven't lost one yet, which many people didn't even predict. I didn't even predict that. I think their stars, Jeremy Cameron, Tommy Hawkins, whether or not Patrick Dangerfield's back for this game, I'm not sure yet. Hasn't been released as of this video. But if he's definitely included, watch out. I think the previous game, North Melbourne versus Lions in Adelaide, and they got trampled. And I just think the only shining light from that game was a young man called Charlie Comben, or Chomps, they call him affectionately, the 199 centimetre key forward that moved down back. Alistair Clarkson's masterstroke tactical coaching move there. And I think it's really paid off. Whether they do that the same with Jeremy Cameron, to put him on Jeremy Cameron, or obviously Tom Hawkins, is yet to be seen. But I definitely think, Cats will be the outright winners in this one. Sadly, I think it's going to be a bit of a blowout game. At least 7+ goals, the advantage of Geelong. But the key players I'd be watching, Cherry, Comben and Sheasel. And then for Geelong, I would be watching very closely Tom Stewart down back, Danger if he's back as well, and Parfit. Those are the 3 Geelong players. But I'm going to go for the Cats, about 8 goals they're going to win by. The next game is the Eagles versus Tigers. This is at Optus Stadium. Big game for both clubs, I feel. Tigers coming off a loss against the Saints, 7 points I think it was, and the Eagles just losing to Swans by 4 goals, 26 points. I definitely feel that the pressure is on the Eagles though the most, as they haven't won a game under Adam Simpson this year. I definitely feel that with the momentum that they could get off this win would be instrumental to leading the better brand and identity that they sort of found versing the Swans. Now put that down to a retro jumper that they were wearing, or Tom Barrass's knee-high socks, or Harley Reid's first AFL goal, which was really great. I definitely feel the players to watch for the Tigers, though, in this game would be Dusty Martin coming up, Harley Reid, a young buck, and also Shai Bolton, who has had 3 Brownlow votes the last couple of games that these two teams have versed each other in. So Shai Bolton for me would be number 1 player to watch, then Dusty Martin, and then Toby Nankervis for the Tigers. And for the Eagles, definitely Harley Reid, Yowie and McGovern for this game. They're definitely going to be leading from the front. They're definitely going to be trying to, I guess, string some hope and win into this side, and really lead them home. I think Duggan as well was going to be quite instrumental. And we've got a couple of boys back through the waffle, which is going to give us a bit of an undercurrent of players coming through, a bit of change and diversity, which is really needed at the club. And whether or not the Eagles need a number 1 draft pick will be yet to be seen. I think they don't need one. I think they're going to fight their way through it and really come out on top. I'm going to go with the Richmond Tigers. I think they're going to just pip us, and I think it's going to be a very close game. I'm going to go with Richmond Tigers by 10 points. What do you guys reckon? Obviously, the Swans and the Collingwood Magpies have a bye this week. How's your fantasy tips going? and how's your dream team going? Let me know, comment down below, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.